This is the final bonfire before the boss. And it's still a fairly large area. It's extremely dark though, but not as dark as the Tomb of Giants. Chasm of the Abyss. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, this place can be a bit hard to navigate, so we can see the glowing red eyes of these guys in the darkness. And there is a sorcerer among them. And here is Dark Beads. Another dark spell. Okay, so what's the way that I need to take? Kill this guy. And we can now continue onto the main path. Those things down there are humanity. I think that's the name of the mobs. And you can farm them for humanity too. Be careful though, because a lot of them can aggro you at the same time. Okay, so where do I want to go? I think I want to go through here. And now we want to go left to this fake floor. You can see a vision of Alvina the cat. So now we're going to follow her. Okay, there's humanity. Another thing to be careful fighting these guys, you can go through them. So if your attack is overreaches, you might take damage. There's Alvina. So I think this is a fake wall. Let me just get rid of these guys. Yeah, you take damage just by touching them. Okay, before we go here, however, we can activate the final shortcuts. This goes back all the way to the Royal Woods just before we fight Artorias. Okay, come at me. So there is a young Sith, and we have to rescue him. This is completely optional. You get an item and you can summon this version of Sith against the final boss. Well, not... Well, technically I think it's the final boss, but I usually do the dragon last. We have cleansing, great shields. Is this any good? Yeah, worse than Havel's. But then again, pretty much every shield is worse than Havel's. in terms of just defense and resistances. Oh, there's also something particular about summoning Sif to help against this boss. The summon sign is within the boss arena itself, so you have to summon him while fighting the boss. Am I going the right way? Do I go down here? I don't think I do. Ah, twin humanities. Lovely. I keep underestimating the distance that I need to be at. Ah, there's the item. Ow. More twin humanities. And black flame. That's a pyromancy. I think this one works the same way as Great Combustion or something of the sort. Then again, I'm not really using pyromancy, I'm just using power within. Although I also have Iron Flesh, but not really using it. I get extremely slow and I don't see it being very useful. And here is... oh, there's one of these guys. And one humanity. And we're back where we need to be. Just go across this little bridge here, if you can call it that. Underneath it should be twin humanities. We're going right first to pick up an item. A white titanite slab. Alright, it's boss time. Just clear this area. With 2 more humanity, not bad. There's another item there. Soul of a hero. Okay, that's the boss door. Once you go through it, you will be immediately grabbed and thrown into the arena. There's a little cheap tactic you can use. Do you see those little red eyes down there? That's the boss. You can actually use a bow and shoot him from here, and the damage will the damage will go through. After you deal enough damage, you can just go through the fog door and he dies in one hit, if you put him that low. But to reach him from here, you need things that enhance your range. You need things like the where is it? The Hawk Ring extends bow range. Oh, and you need a bow. You can't do this with a crossbow. You need to be able to aim properly. You can use a Hawk Ring. You can also use some feather arrows that they go further than regular arrows. So if you're having trouble with this boss, you can use that tactic. I know I had a lot of trouble with it when I played a sorcerer. That was just painful. And also I'm going to unequip everything except for the Estus and the silver pendant, so I can quickly switch between both of them. And I'm not going to use power within, or am I? I think I will. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Manus, Father of the Abyss. Okay, this guy has a ton of attacks. You can pretty much block all of them with strong shields. But he is relentless. And after you put him to 50%, he starts using dark magic. So that's why you need the silver pendant, because it makes it a lot easier. Otherwise you can just use a strong shields with magic defense. Which is probably what I'll do, because it works nicely. Well, unless of course it comes from behind. I'm still alive. Stop using your spells. Let me heal for a bit. I kinda wanted to use the thing here. Okay, power within is over, so we're not doing as much damage. But we're doing enough. I used this too early, or maybe I didn't. So yeah, that's the effect of the silver pendants. Pretty useful. Come on, a couple more hits. One more. There we go. You can also summon young Sif, if you're human of course. The summon sign should be around here somewhere. And we have the Soul of Manus. This soul can actually be traded with the crow for a spell called Pursuers, I think. The sorcery. And here is Dusk of Ulasil. We managed to release her. Can't really chat with her. Okay, we're almost done here. Let's do a little level up. And warp to Ulasil Township. Let's see, the NPC should be here. Ah, there she is.
You, is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
No.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorius would not have approved.
Okay, so this is Lord's Blade's Yaren. I think that's the name. One of the Knights of Gwyn, along with Artorius. And you can give her the Soul of Artorius and she will give you her weapons. They are dexterity-based weapons. And the dagger type, I think. But you can also kill her for the weapons and the armor. The armor is pretty good for a light armor. Although it's one of the heaviest light armors, I think.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do the same. How? You humans, I did.
We have the Dark Silver Tracer and the Gold Tracer, and the Lord's Blade armor.